I pouted as I looked at the wintry scene outside the window of the car. We slowly traveled down the frozen highway toward home. Dad turned on the defroster, but the windows were still fogged up. Everywhere I looked, I saw snow piled high along the sides of the road. A few cars had slid off the highway into the snow-filled ditch. That's probably where we'll end up, I thought. The snow was quickly covering the cars and the ditches. I wondered if there were people in the cars. The air outside appeared to be filled with miniature cotton balls, except that cotton balls were blowing sideways in the wind. Why did Dad insist on taking us out in this blizzard? I thought to myself. Grandma had told Dad he should postpone returning home until tomorrow. I have to work in the morning, Ma, Dad had replied. It wasn't snowing that bad when we left Grandma's house, but now, an hour later, the snow swirled in a blinding blizzard across the highway. There's the truck stop, Matthew, Dad said. I held my breath until the car pulled into the parking lot, crunching snow as it slowed to a standstill. Dad looked at me and grinned, trying to cheer me up as he said, "Let's go get a burger, son." With a scowl on my face, I grabbed my backpack and entered the truck stop cafe with my father. Inside, I sensed people's eyes stare in our direction. It looked like lots of people had the same idea as Dad and I. As I looked at the tables full of people, I noticed that some were playing cards to pass the time. Others were eating sandwiches or sipping on Cokes, while still others had laid their heads on the table and were sound asleep. At a table in a far corner sat a mother with 3 children. There was water on the table, but no food. The oldest had her arm around the middle child, perhaps trying to keep him warm, or maybe simply comforting him. They were dressed in thin shirts and jeans. The baby sat on his mother's lap, whimpering. The mother tried to comfort the baby, but she continued whimpering. I couldn't tell if the baby was cold or tired or hungry. I immediately forgot my own troubles. I unfastened my backpack and pulled out my extra sweatshirt. When I whispered in Dad's ear, he grinned and nodded. I mustered some courage and headed over to the table in the corner, thinking how lucky I was. The children's eyes followed me all the way. I handed my sweatshirt to the little boy, who took it and hugged it to his chest. Ma'am, my dad and I would like to buy you and your kids dinner. Do hamburgers sound okay? At that moment, all my troubles melted away, and I knew in my heart that I was one lucky kid.